1. Mario, from plumber to movie star in 30 short years, donning his blue overalls, red cap, and Pringles man-esque mustache, Mario is probably the most famous video game character ever. The Italian plumber first appeared in 1981 in Donkey Kong. He was originally named Jumpman. He was renamed in later games, perhaps because the creator Shigeru Miyamoto foresaw that there'd be other video game characters who had the ability to jump, so Jumpman was a bad choice. The rumor goes that the character was renamed Mario after the landlord of Nintendo's office in Seattle, Mario Segale. Mario's distinctive look was born almost entirely out of practicality. He wears a cap because the hair was especially difficult to animate in the 1980s, and the mustache was to emphasize his nose due to limited pixel resolution. Mario would later learn to live without his cap in later games, such as Super Mario Odyssey, perhaps to simply prove that after all this time he wasn't bald as many people had assumed. Since his creation in the early 1980s, Mario, the cheerful Italian plumber who has saved the Mushroom Kingdom countless times, has become a universally recognized symbol of video games. As mentioned, Mario first appeared as Jumpman in 1981 and worked as a carpenter instead of a plumber. We've attempted to reach out to Mario about his career change, but he's been reluctant to respond thus far. Once he shirked the name of a subpar Marvel superhero, Mario was given his signature job as a plumber in 1983's Mario Brothers to fit the game's underground setting. This game also introduced Luigi, Mario's younger and taller brother. The brothers' Italian heritage was a nod to their profession. In the 1980s, pop culture often stereotyped plumbers as being Italian. Mario remained a silent protagonist until 1995 when Charles Martinet was chosen to provide his voice. Martinet almost missed his audition but managed to arrive just as the casting director was leaving. He imagined Mario as a warm and friendly character and improvised a high-pitched Italian accent that was a stark contrast to the gruff Brooklyn accent Nintendo had originally requested. This voice, full of charm and whimsy, perfectly encapsulated Mario's spirit and has been his standard ever since. The gaming world, and Nintendo especially, owes a lot to Martinet for recognizing that the Brooklyn accent wouldn't have suited Mario. Martinet would go on to voice Mario for decades and can even be heard as a cameo in the 2023 Mario movie. Mario's design is filled with hidden nods to real-world influences. His love for pasta and pizza in various games is a playful tribute to his Italian heritage. His power-up transformations, such as the fire flower that allows him to throw fireballs, were inspired by folklore and mythology. Even the game's settings, such as the Mushroom Kingdom, have roots in real-world locations. Miyamoto has stated that the game's world was inspired by his experiences exploring the countryside around his home in Kyoto, Japan as a child. Mario was originally supposed to ride a dinosaur in the first Super Mario Bros. Game, but technical limitations prevented this. The idea eventually resurfaced in Super Mario World with Yoshi, Mario's faithful dinosaur companion. Yoshi became a more permanent feature of the Mario universe from this point and is a fan favorite to this day. Since that fortuitous appearance in the original Donkey Kong game, Mario has appeared in over 200 games, making him the most prolific video game character of all time. Through creative problem-solving, an innovative approach to character design, and a little bit of luck, Nintendo turned a simple 8-bit character into an enduring symbol of video games. The Mario games transformed gaming, and their impact can be seen in many games today, from the need for a recognizable, lovable protagonist to ensuring that puzzle platforming is well considered and reasonably challenged. The influence is clear. Even if you're not an avid Nintendo gamer, you should take your cap off for Mario. Just don't ask him to do it or he might accidentally take on the power of a frog.